Hello, fellow potatoes. I remember hearing a joke in a Curtis Connor video where he basically said, the best controller to shove up your ass is probably a Wiimote. I'm not going to give context for why Curtis Connor said that, but I'm going to make a tier list of the best controllers to shove up your ass. Obviously, the Wiimote and Nunchuck are. Oh, fuck. God damn it, I did not mean to do that. The Wiimote and Nunchuck, obvious S tier, especially the Nunchuck. The Wiimote, slightly less, but still up there. Um, Another solid S tier, not really comfortable, but is theoretically possible, is the Joy-Cons. Immediate bad one is the Sega Dreamcast, I believe. Uh, too fucking big. That's the simple answer. Uh, Wii U, slightly different. It's simply because there's a giant fucking screen attached to it. Not its fault. That's the way it was born. Uh, Now, Nintendo 64 controller, once again, D tier. You could probably, actually, yeah, you could probably get the middle prong in there. So, C tier. Solid C tier ass controller. Uh, but if this was like a controllers you put in your hands video, yeah, F tier. This doesn't have an F tier. Don't know why. Uh, but in terms of controllers you can shove up your ass, solid seats here. Um, the Sega Genesis controller is easy B tier territory. Same thing with this one. Uh, Not really familiar with my consoles that much, but they're pretty similarly shaped. You know, uh, Xbox Duke controller, easy D tier. Even if this was a normal controller tier ranking, it would still be bottom tier. But we're talking about controllers you shove up your ass, and the Xbox Duke controller is not one of those controllers. Um, what else? An NES controller. Uh, I don't know. I want to say C tier. I feel like it would be possible, but I just don't feel like it would be comfortable. NES controller though, it is rounder than the NES controller. It is rounder, which would make it more comfortable, right? I'm sorry, I'm going with that. Now, one good reason to shove a Switch controller up your ass is the rumble. So, but now we've moved on to the ones with prongs, and the thing about prong controllers, they're kind of difficult to figure out how you shove them up your ass. Um, Xbox 360 controller though, great controller, great, best controller ever made. But in terms of shoving it up your ass, I think the buttons protrude out too much, therefore making it uncomfortable. But once again, the controller vibrates, so maybe there's some positive. Um, I just realized this doesn't have the PlayStation 5 controller, but PlayStation 5 controller is probably in this general tier area. GameCube controller. Uh, these nubs, they protrude out too much, and that's kind of the issue. Um, Now, one thing about the Nintendo 64 controller, did I mention this? This is all in one take, by the way. Did I mention this? The Nintendo 64 controller has like absolutely violent rumble capabilities, so maybe that's one positive reason to shove up your ass, but you need a rumble pack for that. Switch Pro controller. Uh, Once again, it's a pretty fucking basic controller. Now, PlayStation 1 controller. I don't know why. I feel like it's the same tier as this one. Um, Xbox Series X controller, however, great controller. I can't say this enough about Xbox. They make like the best controllers, but in terms of shoving it up your ass, right around here. I realize I'm putting all the pronged controllers in the same slot. Uh, PlayStation 4 controller, the DualShock, that kind of brings it up a bit, right? Because not only are we asking, can you shove it up your ass, but does it feel good when you shove it up your ass? And that's what we're all about here on Coyote Edition. We're all about how good it is to shove up your ass. Um, I do not recognize the consoles any of these go to. They must be PlayStation and Xbox, but they just make all their controllers look the same. So, this one, uh, this one, it's a bit further up, but not up here because it's wired. That's sort of the issue. This one, once again, PlayStation, solid shoving up your ass game, if I would argue. So is this. And this one. Actually, no, 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 no. I'll bring up the PS1 controller. I think that's a PS1 controller at least. I'll bring it up to here, and that's simply because it doesn't have joysticks. This has been how well you can shove a. This has been a tier list of controllers you can shove up your ass. Goodbye, fellow potatoes.